Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And tonight, we got to talk about banks getting hacked. Where's your money? You got to diversify. And as usual, we can talk about anything that you would like. And welcome. Stop Struggling Now gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back. And I want to thank you for being here. And please, at the top of the hour, please smash that like button. I remembered for once. All right, well, we got to talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. We got to make plans because just in case things go south with the banks, you got to be diversified, meaning assets in other places where you don't have to worry about the bank taking your money. That means you have income coming in to other places other than going to the bank. That means assets like precious metals. That's right, that little gold and silver, that comes in handy. We got to talk about real estate assets where you would have rentable product there. You're renting out your places, so that means you can actually get money coming in that way. We got to talk about, of course, the stocks, of course, the crypto, of course, a bunch of other things that we can do to protect ourselves. That's what this conversation is about early on right now. And as usual, we can talk about anything that you ever want to. But first, let me see who's in the house tonight. All right, we have JSCO, pen and paper ready. Check. That's right. Glad to see you in the house. Thank you so much for being here. And with the icon next to your name means he's a member of the channel. Thank you so much for being here on the Monday Night Live. Robbie D's in the house early. Hello, Eric. Hope all is well. Yes, it is well. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you, Robbie D, for being here on the Monday Night Live. Campbell RPT. Well, hello, everyone. Hello. And he has the icon next to his name. I'm assuming him. And he's also a newest member of Getting Real Estate in Dominican Republic. So congratulations once again. He spilled the beans on Friday night. So it was awesome to hear that we have another person partaking in rental income and on the islands, man. So, hey there, right on. Victor Marrero's in the house and his obligatory, let's do this. Welcome, Victor Marrero, and he has the icon next to his name. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll say it again. Everybody who has icons next to their name, that means they're a member of the channel, and I appreciate your support. And everybody else, if you like what we talk about, please smash the like button. And if you like further what we talk about, please subscribe to the channel. And let other people know what we're talking about, because this can help thousands, if not millions of other people. And get your pen and pad ready, just like J. Sco, SCO said, because you never know when there could be gems being dropped. All right. And we have Moses Tillman in the house. Welcome to the Monday Night Live stream. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate SSN fam. Let's get it. Mr. Evans in the house. Welcome to the Monday Night Live stream. He says congrats to Campbell RPT. And Mr. Evans, congrats to you too. A new member of purchasing a home in Nevada. So once again, we have a lot of people making moves here over the last few months. This is awesome to hear, especially taking your real estate game up a notch, because no matter what happens, you always are going to have to be in the real estate game. This is how you can make moves. You can always say, well, if I own something, I can rent it out and get additional streams of income. Or if things hit the fan, you always have a place to live. So either way, it works out all the way around. All right. James Way. Need to fix my credit in the worst way. James Way. No worries. We can help you out here. Just send me an email at eric@stopstrugglingnow.com. All right? Or search the channel and look up if you need credit repair. I got the free credit repair videos because, you know, this is the no guru zone. So we don't charge to repair credit because, like I always tell people, since I can't do it 100%, meaning I cannot guarantee that 100% of things will be removed or improve your credit, why should I charge for it? That's just the way I look at it. Other people charge. So I just want to say, search the channel for credit repair video if you need credit repair. If you need ways to boost your credit score, there's only a few limited ways now, but I have videos for that as well. Or just send me a message at eric@stopstrugglingnow.com. All right? And that'll work out. We'll do both. Right on. Fed to force banks to refinance homeowners to prevent a crash. Woo, 40-year refinance. Anyone else hear this? No, I haven't heard of this. This is very, very interesting. That would not even surprise me in the least because it's all about the paper for the top 10%. They just want to be able to resell the paper. So if you refi, they give you a 40-year note. They don't really care. They're just doing what they do with the with our ticking time bomb, with our deficit. They just keep stringing it out. And then knowing somebody may not be able to pay for it, but they'll take the paper for it right now and use it and get money. So that would not surprise me at all. There's going to be all kind of funky movement from the Federal Reserve. The banks, they're scared of crypto. They're scared of not being able to get money from the people. You can only be the Roman Empire for so long. You can't tax your citizens into oblivion. Sooner or later, that's not going to work. Then you have a new currency. Well, crypto's not currency, but you have an alternative way for people to buy and sell products and bypass the dollar altogether. So now you have a supply problem. And now you're printing up more money. And with all this going on, it would not surprise me at all for a 40-year refi. In fact, why don't I go look and see what you have written down? 40-year refinance. Jeez, if that's just crazy. Oh, it looks like this thing might happen. Hold on a second. It came up in the Google search. But there's nothing. Wait a minute. There might be something already. Hold on. Let me go pull this up. This is interesting. I didn't even know these existed. Maybe somebody will chime in on this as well. I didn't realize this was already in motion. This is from 2020. So if you can see this on the screen here, this is crazy. This is crazy. No way. How do 40 months beyond fixed mortgage 40 year, you get a fixed interest rate, doesn't change? Holy smokes. With a 40. So I guess there are 40-year loans already. I'm pretty sure, say you're buying a 2 with 4% fixed and 20% down. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I learned something new every day. I didn't even realize there was a 40-year loan. That is crazy, especially if they're going to say you have a 4% interest for 40 years, knowing full well inflation goes up. I'll take that deal all day, every day. Man, that's serious. Wow, that's impressive. Wow, I'm glad you brought that up, JSCO. I didn't realize that was the situation. Forbearance will last till 2022. Exactly. They're going to just keep delaying all of this. Just like evictions, just like they're doing everything. They're just letting it go to the end. Yesterday, Pika up 175. I don't know what Pika is. I'm assuming it's a coin because that's the only thing that's going to be going up 175%. What is that, like a Pikachu? Oh, it is a Pikachu. That's funny. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that a mil or 100,000? That's a mil. Jeez, if this thing, Wow, that's crazy. Even $10 will get you there. If this thing ever got to $1, that would be crazy. But a Pikachu coin, okay, it just came out apparently. April 16th, or was it already out? Wow. Well, you're going to have to let us know where you can buy this. Campbell RPT. Let us know where you can buy this at, because this is pretty crazy right here. I can't believe this. It's at like 1,000,000% right now or something. Crazy. So even $10 will get you there. If it gets to $1, everybody's a millionaire. Could happen, I guess. It's Pikachu. Wasn't that one of those collectible deals? I know nothing about it. Maybe others will chime in about this. All right, let's talk about it, ladies and gentlemen, because your bank account gets hacked. You just think about it right now. What happens if you weren't able to pull out any money at the ATM? You're not able to pay your bills. I wonder, will the companies such as the water bill, the light bill, which is electric, the gas bill, will they say, hey, the banks, you can't take out any money at the banks, your accounts are frozen, we're going to also freeze what you owe us? I mean, that's literally what would have to happen, and it'd have to start going down the line. So think about that scenario. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but the reason why I brought this up was simply because Jerome Powell keeps talking about it. So let me go pull this up here. I'm going to show you guys what I'm referring to just a few days ago. So that's why I'm bringing it up, because when the Federal Reserve Chairman keeps talking crazy, I have to start listening. This is what he's saying. He warns that cyber attacks and COVID-19 spreading are the biggest risk to the economy. And he's been saying this like for the last 6 months. He keeps saying the one thing, cyber attack. Cyber attacks could, well, basically what they mean is the accounts are going to be frozen, or it goes to zero. Who knows? But the point is, you're not going to be able to get into your bank account if a cyber attack occurs, which means the ATM machines won't be working either, which means your credit cards won't be working either. So now how are you going to get money? You may still have internet, so at least if you have crypto, you'll be able to do something with your crypto. But again, you're still going to be in the same ballpark. You have to change your crypto to fiat, which is dollars. So if the ATM's not working and the bank is closed, you still can't get your money. Now, for those of you who may have a debit card or a credit card based on your crypto, that might work. But now you're going to need some cash. Definitely going to need cash. And now the problem comes in, how much cash do you hold in the vault, at the house, or wherever your secret hiding place is? Right? So those are the kind of things that you have to start thinking about right now. When the Federal Reserve starts talking about cyber attacks, that means their cyber attacks already have occurred, which they have. So I'm thinking, these guys are thinking it's just a matter of time before something catastrophic happens, whether it's this year, next year, whatever. But you guys might as well start thinking about it right now. That's all I'm trying to say. All right? So keep those kind of things in mind. And plan accordingly, because you're going to have to diversify. But what do you diversify when everything's electronic? You have to ask yourself, right? So I'm going to put up on the screen another article as well. So, and then we can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. But here we go again. Fed Chair Powell warns that cyber attacks spreading. I believe that's the same article. So that's not the one I want. Let me go get a different one. So here's another one. Let's go see this one. So here's the one that's an Endowment for International Peace timeline of cyber incidents involving financial institutions. They've already happened. And here it is, the United States. And just the latest one last year that they're reporting on anyhow is October 23rd, European Central Bank, technical glitch. This bank, October 19th, malware, ransomware, October 14th. So you can see that it's happening all along. It's just that they're trying to downplay it. But one day it it could happen. And quite frankly, it's already happened. There have been people around the United States who have not been able to use their debit card, ATM cards, go to their bank and can't do anything for 24 to 48 hours. It's happened a few times last year. Hackers are making their presence felt. And here's the one in USA, July 25th, July 15th, July 10th, May 11th, all different kind of banks and ATM systems, South Korea, Canada. Nobody's immune, all right, because it's all electronic. So just think about this. When you're talking about gold, silver, precious metals, real estate, and stock market and crypto, if you have no electricity or have no ATM usage or no way to withdraw your money, can't go to the bank and withdraw, can't use your ATM, now what? So again, there's something to be said about having a little bit of cash now, right? All right, let's see who else is in the house tonight. Let's see, forbearance lasting until 2022. That will keep home prices to continue to go up. That's right. I've been looking, but any 3-bedroom home here in Florida will cost you $250. Yeah, that's right. That's not unreasonable. $250 is not unreasonable. A person can still afford a house for $250, and you can get 3-bedroom, 2-bath homes here. In fact, there's cities in Florida that you can get a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home for less than $250, but they're not like going to be Orlando, I don't think. It's not going to be like anywhere in South Florida, nowhere in Southwest Florida. Everything is about $250 if it's going to be new, and anything older, well, it's going to be, in my opinion, a piece of garbage if it wasn't built in the last 10 years. Unless you get a brick house, but those aren't up to code. But either way, I agree with all of this. Home prices are going to increase. Inflation is going to keep going up. So you're not going to be immune from any increase in prices. So you better get the next best thing. Diversify. You got to start businesses. Let's lay it out on the line, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I started the No Barrier to Entry series, the last 3 videos. You got to start thinking assets in 2021. You're going to be left behind. With this latest forbearance thing, not only are you not going to be able to afford a home, you're probably not even going to be able to rent a home either, because all of them are going to go up. And if your income is not increasing, meaning you better get streams of income. All right. You got to join us, ladies and gentlemen. You can't have 1. You can't have 2. You can't have 3. And if you only have 1 right now, please get some more streams of income. You will need the extra 100, 200, 300, 500. Everything across the board is going to go up. Food's going to go up. Gas is going to go up. Your cost of living is just rising, and it's not going to be 1 or 2% like the federal government gives us that propaganda. Keep that in mind. It's all propaganda. Inflation is double digits, and they're printing more money. So it's double digits. Just keep that in mind. In case you haven't been to the grocery store lately, I suggest you go shopping. You haven't been to stores lately, go shopping and look for something to buy, and you're going to be like, wait, wasn't this $5 before? Now it's 10. Wasn't this $3? Now it's 6. Everything is double pretty much. All right. And you're not going to be saved, because bottom line of the story, fresh, even farm foods going up, lumber's going up, steel cost is going up, gas eventually has to go up, and gas has to go up for a whole different reason. That's what the dollar bill is based on. So gas, they can't let gas fall. So gas is the engine. So all this is going to rise, and whoever has a job, you're not going to get a double-digit increase year over year. So you're going to need extra streams of income. That's part of diversifying. All right. And you want assets. Assets are items that pay you. If you have to pay out for something, that's a liability. But hopefully you have something, the extra streams of income coming in, that's going to pay for those liabilities. That's what you want. All right. But I'm imploring again, every live, I'm saying it. Please get extra streams of income if you can. And if you don't know how, it's pretty simple. If you say, hey, I want to do affiliate marketing, at least you have online presence. You have websites you can go to, you can promote. You don't have to spend any money. All right. There's social media. You can start using your camera. Go to Snapchat. Do a video under Spotlight. If it goes viral, they're going to pay you. All right. You don't have to be a big time influencer. Get used to this. Monetize yourself. I imploring you in 2021, that is the battle cry. And you're going to thank me in 2022 and 2023. I'm telling you. And if you're not getting some real estate, you better get locked in with some real estate. You have people who have bought homes over the last 2 years. They're going to be doing fine. Any of us who are doing pre-construction loans and we've locked in our prices, we are going to be fine. But if home prices go up another 20, 30%, which is likely because no foreclosures until 2022, it's all likely. So now where are you going to be? So just like I'll use a perfect example since he's here, Victor Marrero. He bought 3 years ago in Punta Cana. He bought his 2-bedroom for $231K. They have actually moved it back due to COVID. Oh, by the way, Victor, I got from the realtor, they said June 2022 is when your delivery date is supposedly now for the Galaxy. But anyhow, his 2-bedroom is worth over $300,000 now. They're saying it could be anywhere from 300. Well, I saw the numbers. It could be 329 down to 300. What's going to happen in the next year? That 329 price that they gave him, that thing could be like 400 next year, 370. And all he owes, because you put down 50% at the time, all he owes is 115. So he's sitting pretty. He has equity. We all have equity. We're all going to have equity if you have real estate, because the prices are going to go up no matter where it is. I mean, it doesn't even matter if it's on the island, if it's in USA, it's around the world. It won't matter because the inflation, United States is the engine for the rest of the world. So everything's going to rise. And because of Europe, you can forget about Europe. They have zero interest rates, meaning you keep your money in the bank, they charge you. All right. That also means that the people who have the money can get loans at zero. So now something that normally would have cost $1 million, people can now pay $2 million. And that's why nobody can live in downtown London. Houses are empty because corporations own them because they're $4, $5, $6 million. The old neighborhood where families used to live no longer can afford it. Workers aren't getting paid $2 million a year. Let's get real. All right. So don't get left behind, ladies and gentlemen. That's the key to this. Let's see. What are we going to get to now? All right. Let's see. We have Latrice Rattler in the house. Welcome to the Monday Night live stream from Chi-Town. I appreciate it. Be safe in Chi-Town. Curtis Davis with the icon next to his name. Good evening, all. Mr. Financial is in the house. Welcome to the Monday Night live stream. Thank you so much for being here, Curtis Davis. Campbell, have to use Ethereum to buy through Uniswap? Okay. No, you can use Bitcoin. You just have to change the ticker, the arrow. You're in the USA, right? So you can use BTC, Ethereum. You can swap a whole bunch of different things. In fact, hold on. Let me, I'll do this because I don't have haps on tonight. So I'll have my phone with me. So I can actually, let me go pull this up. Okay. Once it comes up on the screen, I might show it on the screen what I'm referring to, but this is going to take a second. So this is what you're talking about, right? If you can see that, that's what you're talking about. But see the arrow down, tap the arrow down. And see, you can, once you tap the arrow down, you can see the others start coming up. And then you can just scroll, I think, yeah. So you can scroll and you can see the others. So that's your choices. That's all you have to do, Campbell RPT. So you can use a bunch of others. All right. That's how simple it is. All right. Diesel Mike's in the house. Welcome to the Monday Night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. And I see the icon next to his name, so I have to have a big smile on my face because that means he's a member of the channel. And also, Wednesday Night Live, everybody can watch, but only members who have the icon next to their name are the ones that can chat. Unlike on Mondays and Fridays, everybody can chat. But on Wednesday, it's members only chat. All right. We have Don Jones on the Monday Night Live. Welcome. Glad to see you again. Hello, all. Thank you so much for being here. We have Stacy Hall in the house. Thank you so much for being here, Stacy Hall. I really appreciate it. On the Monday Night Live, Curtis Davis, the extended unemployment benefit don't end until September. Wow. Some beach employers paying bonus or pay per day. Wow. This is incredible. People aren't even going to work right now. This is craziness what's happening. I don't know what the fallout's going to be, but all I'm trying to say is you guys better get your assets now while you can. Beast, this is crazy. Entrepreneurship or skills required in 2021 or 2022. Exactly. You have plenty of time. Some of you have plenty of time to hone your skills. Start that YouTube channel. Start that Buzzsprout or podcast. Start that social media presence. Get there. At least have a presence so in case things go bad, you'll have a way to try to get extra income coming in. All right. Tanisha Lyles in the house. Happy Monday, family. Welcome to the Monday Night Live stream. And she does have the icon next to her name. Thank you so much for being here, Tanisha Lyles, Miss Price is Right winner. All right, Curtis Davis, Tanisha, what's up, family? Wilson Coos in the house. Welcome to the Monday Night Live stream. Good evening, Mr. Bird and SSN fam. Keep your head up. That's right. Welcome to the Monday Night Live. Glad to see you once again, Wilson Coo. N. Smith, and welcome to the Monday Night Live stream with the icon next to your name. Thank you so much for being here. Glad to see you again. Stacy Hall, of course. You're a beast. Hello, and thank you. Credo Max in the house. Welcome to the Monday Night Live. Glad to see you again. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. I got my sweatshirt, Eric. Thank you. I wore it Friday. Right on. CEO of My Life, I believe, was the one. Yes, it was. How can I forget? Black on white lettering. Hoodie. She got the hoodie. Yes. Thank you so much for that order, Tanisha Lyles. I appreciate it. Oh, let me know if you got anybody that noticed that you're wearing the CEO of My Life shirt. Victor Morera, on the prowl struggle between USA and China continues. A very dangerous situation. That's exactly what we don't need right now. You got that right. Hey, it was bound to happen. It was bound to happen. When I hate to get into politics, but I got to say it like it is because this affects all the people who do not make money, and it's actually going to affect people who do make money. When we got out of the TPP, that allowed China to go make deals with all the rest of the nations. Looks like I lost my microphone for a second. So we lost the most amount of farmers due to bankruptcy since 2013 in around 2019, 2018, 2017, somewhere in there because of that TPP move. Now, the fallout from all that is, guess who came in and bought up some of those bankrupt farms? China. When we gave out PPP money and bailed out farms, Chinese owners got bailed out also. All right, that's how funny this stuff is. And now China holds our debt in case people don't realize this as well. So they can manipulate part of our economy at any time. Now, granted, we are the consumers of the world, so any effect that they give us has an effect on them in a negative way as well. If American citizens have less money, that means less items are going to be exported from China to the United States. So that's going to hurt them too. So it's a double-edged sword. But the fact that we're messing up supply chains, the fact that we have issues with production where we're actually having manufacturing done in Southeast Asia, all that comes back to haunt us with empty shelves and higher prices. All right. So he's exactly right. It's been happening the whole time, but this thing escalates and now things get really out of whack. Let's go. 7 Streams of Dreams. Income is in the house. Welcome to the Monday Night Live. Thank you so much for being here. All right, let's go. Wilson Coo, scary indeed, Victor M. Exactly. Brooklyn Daddy's in the house. Welcome to the Monday Night Live stream. Thank you so much for being here on another live. I'm glad to see you. Thank you. All right. Wilson Koo, China hold a lot more than Americans know. Exactly. In America, we're like one of the only countries that a citizen from another country can come in and buy property or buy businesses or buy homes, buy anything they want. China has a lot of money, ladies and gentlemen, that they didn't have to worry about. They don't have the amount of debt that the United States does. All right. So they're able to send citizens over here and buy up everything: condos, farms, malls, buildings, infrastructure. They're buying water companies. They're buying electrical companies. I mean, this is out of control. All right. Playing around with these guys. Oh, no, don't. I just saw what Victor Morell's about to say. Taiwan. China insists over Taiwan. We need China. That's keeping our consumer good prices low. We could be in the world of hurt if this relation goes south. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Not only if the relationship goes south, let's just get real. I don't know if people have ever been to Asia at all. I'm going to tell you something right now that I've always told my friends. I always told them, they would be like, hey, Eric, I'm going to produce this thing and I'm going to send it over to China because they can make it for so much less. And I'm just like, dude, it ain't worth it. So now the guy with the hoverboard, you guys remember those hoverboards? He sent it over to China to get it made. Well, after he did that, he was able to sell those hoverboards nicely for a minute. Then there were all the knockoffs. Yeah, right. Now how many hoverboards do you see after they're able to sell it for half the price? Knocked them off, stole the technology, stole his intellectual property, stole his logo, stole his trademark. Who cares about that? I told him, everybody who does that stuff in China, you can't come to me crying. I told about all my friends, whoever said I'm going to China to do something, that's a risk because they don't care about intellectual property. All right. That's the bottom line with China. And quite frankly, they could just do anything they want. And American citizens and companies are making stuff all over China, in Korea, in Taiwan, in Philippines, in Thailand, in Vietnam, all in Southeast Asia. And if you ever went over there, I defy anybody to tell me people are walking around with Nike, Apple phones, all this stuff, knowing full well they're not paying no $1,000 for those phones, knowing full well they're not paying $250, $200, $150 for tennis shoes and sweat gear and all that stuff. Because they're making it, they get to siphon off extra pieces. So that's just the bottom line. So that's just the way of life when you go to Southeast Asia. When you go over there, you guys would see, if you ever go over there, you'll see, you'll be looking at this stuff going, okay, that's fake. And then after you really look at it, you're like, wait, that's not fake. I'm wearing the exact same thing, exact same stitching, exact same marks, exact same everything. Real deal. So we're losing big time, a lot of different ways under the table, millions of dollars a year, and people don't even realize it already. Never mind if these guys went rogue and said, you know what, we don't really care about none of your intellectual properties and all them factories we're making stuff in, we want half of the stuff. I mean, this is crazy. Kel Slater, welcome to the Monday Night live stream. Doggy to the moon, Flair community behind it. Mark Cuban, Snoop Dogg, Wolf of Wall Street guy, and tomorrow is Doggy Day, 420. Wow, Kel Slater, you're telling me a lot of stuff I did not know. So let's see. Doggy coin was what is Doggy right now? About 38? Here, I'll do it this way. Why don't we just pull it up on the screen? Why don't we go see what the Doggy coin price is? Let's go see. These guys are, everybody, why is everybody pumping this? I don't understand. This is just a meme. I mean, I don't mind. I'll take the profit like I did last week, but this is crazy. All right, let's go see what we got here. Let's go see. Okay, 39 now. So it dropped yesterday, right? After the, the 17, 25 cents. So over a week, it's up 445%. Like I said, luckily for me, I got it under 1 cent, so that was cool. But I sold all my doggy coin, I think. I sold all the doggy coin that I know I have that was available to me. I do have doggy coin locked up somewhere else on my other cell phone that does not open up. So I don't know how much doggy coin I bought when it was 0.001 or 0.002. It was probably $10, $20, whatever. I don't know. So I know I have that, but I can't access it. So I can't say how much it is, unfortunately. All right. Yeah, doggy coin still rising. If all these people keep talking about it, I guess it's going to keep going up. We're all connected in global economy. The Silk Road scenario peaks in 2020. Exactly. In case you guys don't know about the Silk Road, you got to go back and read your history. All right. Silk Road over in Africa. That's why all the scholars, all the books, things from ancient times are in Africa, ladies and gentlemen, not Europe, not America, not Asia, Africa. And when you're finding stuff in the Middle East, I'll say it again, that's North Africa. All right? All right. Check your history books. All right? Middle East, North Africa. They changed the name just so that there's oil there. And then they had to put Israel there in the middle of somebody else's land, which is Palestine. Check your 1945, 1946 after World War II. Man, this is turning into a history lesson tonight. 1945, 1946, the Allies said, hey, wait a minute. What about all that oil and stuff that's down there in North Africa? What's happening here? Well, I know. We're going to create this thing called Israel. And those guys down there in Palestine, that Jerusalem site, the holy site, we gotta get that, half of it at least. They're going to be mad at us, but then we don't know why they want to attack us and call us names for the next 50 to 100 years. We don't know why they're mad at us. No, it might be because you took somebody's land. Maybe that has something to do with it. Then you put in fake Jews. You heard me right. Fake Jews from Russia, our allies. They sent over these fake Jews and said, these are Jews when they're not. Okay, they were Jews from Russia. But my point I'm trying to make is they weren't Jews from Palestine. All right? So you now may understand why people in that region look at Israel as an invader, and then you have the United States weaponizing them, giving them weapons to police the area so nobody takes the oil. You guys may be up to speed on this. Go get your Google books out, all right? Check it out. I like facts, right? So just put in when was Israel formed and you'll figure it out. You'll be like, wait, Israel wasn't from like 2000 when Jesus was born and all that? It wasn't even 1000 AD? No. It wasn't 1500 AD? No. 1900 AD? No. All right, now you find out while the Middle East is pissed off that Israel's there. Get a clue. All right, Wilson Koo, Taiwan and China will blow up soon before U.S. and China. Oh, no, that's the problem, though. See, that's the problem. Taiwan is like our, unofficial allies of Taiwan. We have products made in Taiwan. This is almost like handing over Hong Kong back to China like the the United Kingdom did. All right? Their little, whatever it was, 100-year, whatever, 120, 50-year, whatever it was, reign, they said, okay, we're going to turn it back over. That was the agreement. Well, they gave them Hong Kong. Hong Kong, at one time, was the spot. It was like USA over in Asia. Capitalist society. You see what they've done to Hong Kong. Damn near made it almost prisoners of war over there. Now they're doing it to Taiwan because Taiwan is independent and they're a free society, capitalism almost. So they're like, no, we want your money too. We want to take control of that too. Now, what's the U.S. going to do? It's going to escalate. It's going to escalate. We can't have that. We can't fix 50 years of bad monetary practice since 1970. Exactly. Monetary. Oh, my God. Modern monetary theory. Listen to these words. Modern monetary theory. That's what's been happening since 1970. It was always a theory, ladies and gentlemen. So all the stuff that they're doing is fake. It's all based on, we better try something and see what sticks. That's why it's always failure after failure after failure. And the only way they can fix it is when banks go bankrupt, when things go out of whack, they have to bail people out. That's not what a capitalist system is it? But they're not coming to bail us out. They're going to bail out the guys, the 1%ers, the top 10%ers first. They're always going to get a bailout, no matter how they spin it. All right? $1.9 trillion. Has anybody divided 300 million by 1.9 trillion? I don't think it's 1,400, ladies and gentlemen. It's more like $5,700 per person is what should have been received. Where did that other like 3,600, 3,800, 4,000 go? Come on, catch up. Let's go. This is why you need to start thinking about protecting yourself by getting assets, making extra streams of income, and making money. You got to start thinking making money. Forget about the credit. Don't do any credit stuff unless it's all no hard inquiry, no credit check. That's the only thing you need to do right now. And then acquire other stuff, assets. That's it. All right. Chinese aren't making it for less, but they get all the knockoff come out. Exactly, Wilson Koo. That's what I'm trying to say. They're selling this stuff to the rest of the world. If you come over to me, I'm just going to play the bad guy. I'm in China. You come to me as an American citizen and say, hey, make this for me. I go, sure, I make it for you, but now I make some others. You're selling in the United States. I'm selling it to the other 6 billion people on the planet. And then you find out after you made a deal for Europe and say, hey, I'm going to license this to you, some company in Europe. The Europe guys go, what are you talking about? We already have this over here and it's half price. You're not licensing nothing to us. And they're like, well, don't accept it from them. They make the fake stuff. They're like, this looks like the real deal to us, and we don't really care. So it all depends. You always have unscrupulous people. They'll take the knockoffs because they're just like the original. See, that's the problem right there. I made it. Broccoli iHeart 71. Welcome to the Monday night live stream in the house. Made it for the Monday night edition. Thank you so much for being here. Once again, Gerard, make it China CN. Right. Gerard, welcome to the Monday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. We have a problem in Canada with Chinese taking IP out of research institutions right from under our noses. Exactly, Wilson Koo. Exactly. This is what I've been talking about. They have the Trojan horse. Western civilization, you can come learn in our college institutions. Our college institutions are doing the research. They're the students who are loyal to China. They're still a Chinese citizen. And in their eyes, they're not doing anything wrong because it's a communist system. The communist system says we're allowing you to go to school in these other countries. And by allowing you to do that, you need to give us some information. That's like no big deal to them because they're like, well, they're getting me over here. And so okay, no problem if I slip them some intel. I mean, this is the rest of the world. The rest of the world's a third world country. Damn near, not all, but a lot of places is third world country. So you have to think about it. When these guys go back, they're in third world country territory. They don't have running water, electricity 24/7. All right. And they have to stand in line just to get the dole outs because they're in a communist system. Unless you're in the upper class where you can sit there and be like a capitalist society and have all the trappings of capitalism. But majority of those billions of people, a billion people in China, they're living like, man, Detroit. I hate to say Detroit. I'm nothing against Detroit. I'm just saying it's like, it's even worse than that. It's like you don't want to live in these places. Tin roof shacks. I mean, this is crazy stuff. Oh, don't get me started in China. Broccoli, I Heart 71. I know that's a sore subject. I know it's a sore subject for me too. I hear you. Carly Lewis, welcome to the Monday Night live stream. Love the microeconomic overview of all this. Good night, all. Thank you so much for being here. Good night to you, too. Thank you. I appreciate your support for coming here. And everybody that just showed up, please smash that like button. And we can talk about anything else you want. We've kind of delved into a little micro, little, what can we say, government talk. But it has to be done because we don't want anybody sleeping around here. It's real in the field out here. All of this affects you as an American citizen, but you may not realize it because you're cozy. You have a roof over your head. You have cable TV. You might have electricity. You have a cell phone. You have running water. And you don't have running water that smells like sewer water, and they're telling you to drink it. That is what's happening in a lot of countries. Recycled water is the sewer water like we have, except they don't have the same recycling we do. So trust me, this is one of my things. When I go out into the country, I kind of get like a little scared sometimes. And I got to admit, when I'm in the Dominican Republic, same thing. No matter what island I'm on, same thing. Where do they get the fresh water from? You have to recycle. Taiwan has been operating independently since 1949. China doesn't want to hear that. We, the SSN nation, need to consider that in our investment decisions. Exactly. Thank you so much, Victor Marrero. Couldn't have said it any better. That's exactly right. He's given the facts, ladies and gentlemen. Since 1949. That's because China was a communist country. They could care less about Taiwan. They could care less. In fact, they were like isolationism. Anything you coming in and out of China was like, forget about it. Then when they got, geez, I was just talking about it. When they got Hong Kong, they realized, wait a minute. We got a lot of revenue coming in from over here. Oh, this is what capitalism is. Okay, we'll take Hong Kong and we're going to start taking anything else that can get us capitalism. In fact, yeah, we can manufacture your guys' stuff because we're going to do our intellectual property takeover. No problem. Talk about it. It's a psychological warfare. Exactly, Carly Lewis. Exactly. All this propaganda. Key Militant, welcome to the Monday Night live stream. What coins are the best to invest in for long term? Key Militant, nobody can tell you that. I mean, we can all have our own suggestions, but nobody can tell you long term what you may like. I mean, if I told you that Bitcoin would do 300%, 400%, would that make you happy? I mean, it could do that. I mean, it could do 4 times, 5 times, but it doing 100 times at this point, unlikely. All right. Highly unlikely, but it could happen. I mean, it could happen. $500,000 a coin. It could happen, but I mean, but my choice, I'll just give you my choices. I tell everybody, if you're going to do long-term, then you have to do BTC and you have to do Ethereum. Let's just face facts. You got to do those 2 straight up. All right. They're the top 2. Maybe not the top 2 at the end of the year, but they're the top 2 right now, and those are the 2 you got to pick. Everybody else is catching up, but they're not really catching up. They may be like Lightning Network, might have an affiliation go across the network of BTC. You might have some other type file coin that keeps files. You're going to have this like Theta. You're going to have these other coins. But if you're talking long term, then you have to go with BTC and Ethereum straight out. Then if you want to take risk, then you start looking down the line. So you take like lenders like Compound, COMP. You might want to take Aave, which are lenders in the fintech world. Then you want to take the files. You want to take Chainlink because Chainlink, it charges less for processing. Now you have VeChain, which is coming up big time, which is only 25, 27 cents a coin. It was only like 3 or 4 cents a month or 2 back. So, and that's VeChain, VeChain. So again, Bitcoin, BTC, Ethereum, ETH, and then take a chance on some of the other coins that cost a little bit less. That's my ones. Maybe others will chime in for you. Curtis Davis, some people are unwise putting entire life savings in Dogecoin. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that at all. Dogecoin has no utility, ladies and gentlemen, other than somebody saying buy it. It doesn't even have any nodes. It doesn't have anybody with the computer that's doing anything with Dogecoin. So it's just selling just because Elon Musk says I like it, even though Cuban says I like it. Whoever's saying I like it, it doesn't matter. But I'm not mad at you. Take your profits. If you want to invest in it and take a risk, but I would say, like Curtis Davis says, you do not put your entire savings in Dogecoin. You should be putting some of your money in the top coins. Like I said, Bitcoin and ETH, that's got to be your number one, number two go-to. Everything else, hey, everything else, hold on a minute, ladies and gentlemen. I have some cleanup on aisle 5, apparently. Okay, cool. All right. So sorry about that. But yeah, don't put all eggs in one basket. That's the bottom line of the story here. You got to be diversified. Israel formed May 14, 1948. Thank you, Moses Tillman. Exactly what I'm saying. After World War II, the Allies said, we'll take this land over here in Palestine. We're going to call it Israel. And we're going to make it a state. And they're like, what are you talking about? That's our property from thousands of years. Well, we're the axis of evil. Oh, wait, we're the good guys. I forgot. To them, we're the axis of evil. We're going to take your stuff. How are you going to pay us for it? We're not. We're just going to put in a country that we made up, and then we're going to give them the same firepower that the United States government has. So if you mess with them, you're messing with us. And by the way, make sure we get our oil. That's pretty much it. All right, Google, you can find anything. Exactly, Moses Tillman. Thank you, though, for verifying. That's what I'm telling you. Everybody, get up to speed on the reason why America's in the situation that we're in. You're sitting there going, well, why would somebody do a 911 event, right? Why are people with knives and guns stamping death to the USA? Most people are sitting there listening to propaganda going, these people are savages. These people are, insurrectionists, terrorists, and all this. But yet we actually did the terrorism first. And then we're sitting there going, oh, wait, we didn't have nothing to do with this. It's more like the American story, right? Pilgrims landed. The Indians should have said, hey, no immigration. Go back. But they said, and then as you know in the history books, Indians are savages, Indians attacked us and all this stuff, but never mind, Americans were moving in, or Europeans were moving into their land, taking over, acting like they lived there, put a stake in the ground and be like, hey, this is our stuff now. What you going to do about it? Come on. Oh, and we're going to do treaties. All right. 350 treaties with the United Native American Indians. There's actually a little more than 350, but I'm going to use 350. It was like 358, I believe. All 358 treaties, America did not uphold. They lied. And then they said, we got some reservations for you over here. Whatever. And they're like, wait, this was our land. What are you talking about? So then when the Indians attack in the history books, it makes it look like they're the ones that did unprovoked attacks. But I'm telling you right now, somebody comes to my pad with the flag in their hand, talking about this is my property now, and proceeds to try to move in, they got problems. You follow what I'm saying? And by the way, you ain't got problems just today, because I see some more of you coming now too in my neighborhood. We got problems, which is what the Indians said. We got problems. But in the history books, it makes it look like the Europeans, they're the nice guys who were like somehow nice guys taking over people's property and land and then turning them into slaves. Come on. Best dividend paying ETFs for monthly income. Kel Slater. I don't know about ETFs. Oh, well, we do know about a few ETFs. All right, Kel Slater. We will play. Check this out. This one I didn't forget about tonight. All right. Do I have it on the screen? Let's see. Yeah, I got to take your name off, Kel Slater, so you can see. Look at here, 12.77%. Shell Midstream Partners buying in at this price, 12% dividend per year. All right? Okay. ORC. Orchard. Here goes another one. 14.91% dividends. All right? Now, let's get under PSEC, pays monthly, but their stock price has risen. I can't believe it's doubled from $4 to $8 since last year. Who saw that coming? But they're at 9% right now at the $8 price. That's PSEC. Even though it only pays 72 cents per year per share, they pay every month. That's right. You get a dividend check every month from PSEC. The two I mentioned ahead of this, the ORC, SHLX, you got to wait every 3 months, and they pay dividends. All right. AGNC pays monthly as well, but they're going to be under 9% probably. Here's AGNC, 8.30%. Hopefully, Kel Slater, there's 4 for you right there. All right. That gets you over all 4 combined. One was 14, one was 12, one was 8, one was 9. If you did all 4, you're going to be at around what, 11, 10.5%. If you pick the top 2, SHLX and not PSCC, SHLX and what was the other one? ORC. You pick those 2, you're going to be at around 13% annually dividends. So hopefully that helps you out right there. All right, there's the top 4, Kel Slater. Let's see. Where's Kel Slater at? I lost it. Oh, there we go. Kel Slater. Yep. There you go. Those are the top 4 I can give you right off the top of my head. I'm sure some others may chime in because I can't remember them all. A lot of that's U.S. Navy in the Asia-Pac corridor. Yes, Wilson Koo. That's exactly right. And that's why tax-paying citizens pay over $700 billion a year for our mighty, mighty military force. It's coming out of our pocket. All right? We're policing the rest of the world because we have to make sure that we have access to natural resources. And we have deals with other countries to protect them. That's why they can't have weapons of any significance, like Japan, for instance, because of the attack on Pearl Harbor back in the day. You know, Philippines, which isn't really a territory that we have to really protect, but they're friendly with us, so we got to protect them, right? So we got to have Australia's over there. We got to help them as well. All right. The service economy was supposed to fix global economy. Somebody gets hurt. Mexico, China, manufacturing imbalance. Exactly. It's a lot cheaper there. The banks are getting stimulus and people are going bankrupt. Exactly, Wilson Koo. Thank you for the knowledge. That's what we're talking about. Kel Militant. What things do you have to take in consideration before you buy your first property? Key Militant. All right. Let me get on screen for this because we got to be emphatic. Number 1, which is number 1. Location. That's number 1. All right. Now, if you're going to give up location, which I highly do not suggest, then next up, you have to buy your first what things. Okay. So after the location, then if it's an investment property, I'm hoping you're talking about investment property, then you have to run the numbers. The numbers have to make sense. That's number 2. Because number 1 is location. Because I can tell you straight out, if I'm looking for an investment property, or even if you're going to live in a property, it's still location. So, but we'll go with investment. Number 1's location. Number 2 is I don't really care what anybody has to say. I look at location first. If the location doesn't make sense, move on. Location makes sense. What's the numbers? Hopefully you're buying property that actually has numbers. New property doesn't have numbers. So if you're buying a 2-plex, 3-plex, 5-plex, 10-plex, whatever you're buying, you better have the numbers. And you better have the numbers from somebody's tax return that's going to be verified by a CPA that if this stuff is a lie, they're going down. That's all I'm going to tell you right now, because this is America. We actually live in a third world country, ladies and gentlemen. Don't be listening to this propaganda. All right? If you have 70% of the population that doesn't even have $1,000 in their bank account, 70% of 350 is over 210 million people, ladies and gentlemen. That's more than a third of the population does not have 1,000 in the bank. All right? So let's get things real up in here. All right? This is why I started Stop Struggling Now. But that's the second part. Make sure the numbers make sense if you're buying investment properties. Those are the first two things. Everything else you can work out. And then, of course, then you look at the price based on what the revenue is coming in. All right? So if somebody's selling me, let's call it, I'll use a simple number, $100,000, and it's a duplex. I say, hey, how much is it bringing in every year? The guy goes, well, $20,000. $20,000 a year. I'm like, is that revenue or is that net? If the guy goes, that's revenue, then I'm like, well, then you might as well not even talk to me about, what are you talking about? What's the net? What's after you paid your expenses? He says something maybe like, well, normal stuff, 50%. So he'll say $10,000. Well, you have to determine if you want to get into this for $10,000 a year. Because remember, any investment property, it's a headache. It's a mild headache, but it's a headache. You're going to have to find a manager unless you're going to do it yourself. Right? You're going to have to find somebody to clean the place, paint the place, maintenance. When there's a rental involved, there's always maintenance, especially once it's past about 10 years. 10 years to 14 years old, that's when there's issues that come up. Dishwashers stop working, refrigerators stop working, garbage disposals may stop working. It's just over time. So you need somebody that's going to be able to come in and repair. And then when people move out, who's going to paint the place? Who's going to fix it up? Those are the kind of things. So if you're only getting $10,000 a year, you have to determine that that's going to be worth it to you. Quite frankly, I'm just going to tell you guys like it is. When I used to invest in real estate property like what I'm referring to here, I always try to get a 20 cap, which is people go 20. I would always try to find the $100,000 property that I have $20,000 net revenue every year. And the guy's showing me on his taxes that every year he's making 20 grand profit. So otherwise, I didn't even want to mess with it. Just to let you know, I'm not saying in some places like in California, you can't get 20 caps. That's just not going to happen. They're all in the single digits, 6, 7, 9. If you got a 9, that'd be lucky. 6, 3, 4. I mean, they're so low, it's ridiculous. But in the Midwest, in the South, you can get 15 to 20 caps because somebody's going to sell you some property that's 30 years old, 40 years old. They might have a reason to sell it. So let me know if what you're talking about is investment property. I'm hoping that's what you're referring to. If you're referring to residential property, then let's call it. For sure. That's right. Property. Which one though? Residential or commercial? Because if it's residential, it's still number one is location. Number two for residential is going to be the area and the age. The area always has to have the schools. If you have good schools, that's a plus. You got to have these things that if you try to sell it, something's going to come up, right? So you got to, if you're going to try and sell it, people are willing to pay because you have the good schools or you have a low tax base or you have to have a reason. So that's why location is number one. All right. North American institutions are so money hungry that they are willing to bring in foreign students at 5 times the fees of local students. Exactly. Wilson Koo, he's up on all of it. Exactly what's been going around. Most people are working hard. They don't know and realize what's been happening this whole time. This isn't something new either. You should check out the toilets they use in China. That alone will make you appreciate living here in America. Check YouTube. Broccoli Heart 71. The woman knows what she's talking about here. Like I said, there's a thing called third world country, and then there's a thing called you ain't going to that country. That's what China's like. You don't really want to go there. All that stuff, they got propaganda like the Olympics. They're showing you all this stuff. But 800 million people are living like animals. It's sickening. Exactly. Being nice to call it a toilet. There is no money. Odd man out music. No money. That's what he's saying. Odd man out music. Welcome to the Monday Night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. All right. Wait, what things I do I have to take in consideration before starting my own clothing brand or business? Oh man, come on now. First off, you have to determine, I don't know what order this would be in, but there's different quality of clothing. So you have to figure out if you're going to be selling some garbage cheap stuff where you can buy t-shirts or whatever you're buying is cheap materials and it's going to fall apart. That'd be like the Walmart stuff, Kmart stuff, if Kmart's still around. Stuff that's going to fall apart after you wash it like 10 times. Or do you want something that's going to hold up after the person washes it 50 times to 100 times? Quality, you can always sell for more. That's all I can say. So there's not really anything to consider as far as I'm concerned. Now you have to figure out what printing you're going to use. If you use screen printing, you can wash your clothes hundreds of times. If you use that new DTG or whatever they call it printing, it's going to come off after about 30 to 50 washes. So there's a quality factor. And so that's why you might see this DTG printing and they're going, oh yeah, we'll do $2 a shirt or something. There's a reason. That stuff's going to, as soon as somebody washes their clothes 30 times, or that shirt, clothes, pants, whatever you're printing on, not going to happen. As far as you can get something done like by Printify, right? That's Printify, Printify. But they use DTG. As far as I know, they don't use screen printing. At least they didn't last year. So you have to look around. It's always quality. You'll be able to sell for more. There's always something called luxury brands, LVMH. That is a stock. They hold luxury brands. Louis Vuitton, for instance. That's part of in their companies that they own. But they're all high-end luxury brands. Even though they don't make as many, they get to sell for more. So it all depends on you. Now, business in general, you got to have an LLC minimum. LLC allows you to write off startup cost. LLC gets you to write off anything that you do. When you order samples, when you start up anything, everything's a write-off. When you go to a meeting and have lunch, write-off. Drive into the meeting, write-off. Everything turns into a write-off when you have an LLC. So you got to go to irs.gov and get your EIN number for your LLC. Bottom line of the story. But before you start an LLC, you got to be committed, and you also know that you're going to have to say, I'm going to make money, because in some states, an LLC could cost you anywhere from $100 to $300 or $400. All right. So hopefully that helps you out. All right. Let's see what else. Tesla dipped today on false reports of autopilot crash. Elon tweeted out, was not engaged. Wow. Unbelievable. I didn't hear nothing about that. I was waiting to hear, because it kept saying didn't know if there was a driver. And I was like, how would you not know if you're reporting on this if there was a driver or not? So I was waiting to find out, because the reports were like there was on autopilot without a driver. And I was like, okay, that would not make any sense. That's crazy. And now we find out it was FUD. Eric for president 2024. JSCO. Hey, man, they don't want anybody like me as president. They have to have these people that are basically in the top 10%, or people that are just so glad to be there. So let me go back in time. We had number 45. He was basically, he's a top 1%er who's been taking advantage of the system his whole life, since his dad took care of it. He learned from his dad. So when he comes in, he just takes care of the system like it's been. He doesn't care. So he's not trying to help the people. He's just trying to enrich himself, which is what he did. Now, before that, we have number 44, Barack Obama, and he's the new kid on the block. He was so young, And who knew that he was going to beat Hillary and he was going to win? He was happy to be there at first. So he was like the Jackie Robinson. You know, he's like, okay, guys, I'm good. I'm here, but I'm not going to make waves. I'm just going to try and get this health thing passed. I'm going to try and make it better for the Americans. But you had another side that said, nah, we can't have this. We got to stop this man from being great. You know how they do in America with the K. We got to stop this man from being great. So that's what the other side did. For 8 years, 6 out of 8 years, the Barack Obama's Democrat and the other side's Republican, the Republicans blocked any type of legislation that he wanted to go through that would try to help the people. So when he said, I want everybody to have health care, I'm still trying to figure out why this is a problem. I don't get it, but it passes, and then states said we don't want it in our state and try to sabotage it, and been trying to sabotage it for the last 10 years, 12 years. So to me, that's basically what he was doing. We have 43, G. Bush 2, 9/11 happens. We get attacked by Saudi Arabian citizens. He does tax cuts. He lies and says Saddam Hussein in Iraq did it. He manufactures a war with Cheney, lied to the American people, lied to the government officials, NSA and all these guys, CIA, lied to all of them talking about weapons of mass destruction. We know they're there. We've seen them. We got them on satellite. They didn't have jack crap. So now we invade a country that had nothing to do with 9/11 because we can't invade Saudi Arabia because Saudi Arabia and OPEC is backing our petrodollar. So again, propaganda to put the American people into a class system. Those tax cuts they did then in the earlier 2000s and that fake war, that's coming out of our pockets, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you see it that way because that's exactly what's happening. And your great-grandchildren and great-great-great-grandchildren are going to have to be paying $28 trillion of deficit. There went $6 trillion of deficit because of that Iraq war. Here goes another $2 trillion, $2.5 trillion when they gave another tax cut in 2017. None of this money goes into the American people's pocket. All that money comes out of the American people's pocket. You're going to work, and every time you go to work at a job, 24% come out, 20% comes out. It's not going down, ladies and gentlemen. All right? That's what's been happening. Shall we get into the other president, 42? Clinton comes in, 8 years. Same thing. He tries to do all kind of stuff. But once again, America with the K tries to block helping the people. Now, he did do something that did not help the people. When you start talking about crime and punishment, he signed off on that from Mr. Arkansas. All right? Sorry about this government talk, but let's get real. You got to know who the enemy are. And you can't sit here and go, oh, my God, all this crap about, well, no, this is what happened. All right? You don't get to change history. No matter how many times you try to lie, it happened. Dude did help the economy, did have us back to zero for the deficit. And then 43 said, yeah, I like that zero deficit because now I can do this fake war nonsense and get us into tax cuts and all this other crazy nonsense. But number 42 is the one for the crime bill for the minorities to give somebody longer sentences for having a little rock of cocaine, 20 years. Yet the dude on the boat that came in on the yacht that has the 40 tons, somehow he's out in 5. Come on now. America with the K. Don't be fooled. No Barrier to Entry series has just come up. I put in the last 3 videos. No barriers to entry. No barriers to entry 2. No barriers to entry. 3. Nobody has an excuse because you don't need credit. You don't need a job. You can make money monetizing yourself now. You have no excuses. All right? Back in the day, they got jackets on you. You got a felony. Oh, your life's all jacked. You can't do nothing because you can't get a job. There was no such thing as social media. And if you got a job, you could be jacked because your employer's going, well, we know these jobs pay $25 an hour, but because you have a record, we're going to pay you $15 because you're just happy to have a job. Because you're on probation. If you don't have a job and don't pay them back, you could be violated, back in jail. Class system, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about this. This is real out here in the field. All right? So now, with the new era, the transfer of wealth is happening right now. You have a chance to monetize yourself and nobody's stopping you. So you can't sit there and blame somebody else now. You can't blame America with the K. America with the K is scared right now. They're sitting there going, you, I, and everyone else. They're going, hey, do you know how much money these guys are making by investing in crypto? It's going up so fast. These guys might have $1 million by next week. We can't have that. You better start putting some FUD out there. Janet Yellen, Chairman Powell. You better start talking about these cyber attacks. You better start talking about we might ban crypto for nefarious activities and money laundering. You better get on that. We can't have these people thinking that it's all going to be all good, because what happens if these guys start putting in $5, $10, $100, and the next thing you know it, they start gaining like 20,000 to 1 on their money. We can't have that. Better get on it. All right, let's get to crypto sitting on 3,300 of the dog. Anthony Simmons, welcome to the Monday Night live stream. Okay, crypto sitting on 3,300 of the dog. Okay, I don't know exactly what you mean, 3,300, because I don't know of anything at 3,300. Unless, no, I'm pretty sure ETH hasn't hit 3,000, because otherwise crypto would be going crazy right now. So doggy coin, what can I say? If it gets up to, that's 33 cents. It's up to 38 cents now. It's crazy. Tanisha Lyles, I knew China was infiltrating the market in the 90s. Oh, yeah. Remember all the beauty supplies and liquor stores they own? Not surprised. They just got smarter. Exactly. And that's the key word right there, Tanisha Lyles, infiltrating. They were over here making sure that they could get their citizenship, have children, and then you can bring your mother and father over because you're now a U.S. citizen. All right? All legal. And don't be mad at them, because I got news for you. Number 45's wife, not from America. She has an Einstein visa. She becomes a United States citizen, and she gets to bring her parents over. And she has an anchor baby, which is what it's called. Yeah. Guess it ain't so bad after all, is it? That immigrants can do that. What are you scared of? Come on, man. Stop playing. All right. All right. Hold on here. Uh-oh, we got somebody. Oh, man, I didn't realize we had all this conversation. I'm rambling about the government. Melody Bonita missed 23 streams of income, and we trying to catch her is in the house. Welcome to the Monday Night live stream. Thank you so much for being here with the icon next to your name. And that's right, ladies and gentlemen, I give her pub every time I see her, because this is an amazing woman right here. 23 streams of income. And yes, you can go to Amazon, and she has books, and they're just not in one little sector or one little genre either. She helps men. She helps women. She helps you make money. She helps you with your psychology. She helps you, period. That's just for starters about the books. So you can go there first. It's under her name. You can see her name on the screen. Just go to Amazon and Google it up. Simple. Go check her out. 23 streams of income, and we're trying to catch her. Me, Victor Marrero, Curtis Davis, Mr. Financial, Campbell RPT's in the mix now. We can't get it. All of us combined probably don't have 23 streams of income. She's so far ahead, it's ridiculous. Lillian Joel, a new member of the channel. Thank you so much for being here once again on the Monday Night Live. So glad to see you. Great evening. All right, JSCO. Hey, that's right. Good call, JSCO. Hi, Melanie. That's it. Nothing but love. Look at Kia. That's right. Kia. Tell me about it. Hello, Broccoli Heart. 7-1. All three Dow Jones, NASDAQ closed red. I love red. There's blood on the street. Went on a shopping spree today. Victor Marrero, I can't blame you. I sat idly by because I think this is by design. I don't know. I don't have any technical analysis or anything, but I think it's by design because it's been a record for all the indexes. And so then people are into crypto. So what else better way do you stop people from messing with crypto than to make sure that crypto goes down and stock market goes down? Perfect situation, because now people are going to say, oh, I'm not going to invest in crypto right now. I'm going to put my money in the stock market. It's red. There's blood in the streets. I think it's going to be red tomorrow too, but I could be wrong because usually the next day it bounces back, which is very interesting. But I'm going to take a calculated risk right now because I think it's going to drop again about another 3-4%. Whether it's going to be early in the morning, I'm going to be awake because I think as soon as the market opens at 9:30, it's going to go. There's going to be like an increase for a minute. I think I'm going to wait like 45 minutes to an hour and see if it drops because I think that's what's going to happen. Then I'm going to be buying some more. But until then, I'm just sitting pretty because I just looked at my account today just to see if I needed to do anything. And because of these little drops that's happened, I'm down 50% year over year. So I'm still good. So I don't need to make any moves. But I hate to admit it, there are some things that are down, way down, that I would like to invest in, like NNDM, which I haven't yet, way down. There's a lot of stuff. So we'll see what happens. Military might part of wealth equation, stealing assets or land. Exactly. That's exactly right. That's how America gets to keep it rolling. For ETFs, SPHD currently at 4.21% and a one-year return of over 50%, lifetime 10%. Right. That's right. SPHD, all the Vanguards, ARK Invest funds, those are all good as far as ETFs go. And most ETFs generally are in that 10 to 12% lifetime range. Quite frankly, that's how they all are. Thank you, Victor Marrero, for that. Largest prison population as well. Exactly, Diesel Mike. By design. Guys, hey, you know what's really funny? I say this every now and then because a lot of people listen. I for one, I don't like history books because history books are written most of the time by the winners. And if you've seen anything over the last 5 to 10 years, then you know what people are saying and doing is wrong, but people are writing stuff as if it's okay and it's right. All right. So I'm just going to say a couple of things about history. So some people may not like this, but I'm just going to say it because you guys know I'm real about everything I say and do. Bottom line of the story is, in fact, I'm going to do something. Here, let's do it this way. Let me do it this way. I'm going to start it out this way. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. See this 1828 Webster Dictionary definition of American? 1828. All right. Do I have this on screen for all Americans to see? And the rest of the world already knows this, but I'll illustrate it for all those that listen to the propaganda. This is 1828, a native of America, originally applied to the Aboriginals. Or, hey, you know any copper-colored races? Where's that red man thing? I don't see red colored. I see copper colored. Hint. All right. Now, this right here was changed recently, found here by Europeans, but now applied to the Europeans is what this is saying. All right. So somebody find me these copper colored races that were here already, please. AKA Native Americans, AKA Indians. And somebody tell me, please, how they transported, let's just say a couple of hundred slaves from Africa on a 3-month journey. Tell me how they did that and where the damn boats are. Hell, we got statues. We got books. We got all kind of stuff, but we don't have one damn boat. Come on. That's all I'm going to say, man. Start thinking. All right? I got a story. I got a story. I'll tell you guys a story. We're reading history books when I'm in elementary school. I'm about 7, 8 years old. And we start talking about how the Europeans came over and somehow they started fighting with the Indians, and how the white guys were killing the Indians and the Indians were savages, this and the other. And I said, hey, how many Indians do you think there were in North America? I mean, what do you think? 1 million? 2 million? So I was like, well, please tell me how an army of 2,000 or 5,000 or 10,000 could take out 1 million or 2 Indians. And the teacher's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, no, you don't understand. There wasn't only like 10,000 Americans here, I'm sure. They're all like, well, Eric, well, let's just get back to the history books. I'm like, yeah, that's what I thought. Because my theory all along was the copper-colored races that we called slaves, that's what I think. Now, this thing about African American, we got to do DNA test. But who makes the DNA test? And by the way, you guys might want to also check out some Native American pictures, archives. All right. Just like the Vatican is holding the actual real picture of Jesus, is the same reason why the archives for the American Indians are also not really forthcoming for American people. You guys got to get this history stuff straight, because it's all been propaganda and lies. All right? Don't believe the hype. But let's get into 2021, because you're going to have to make sure you get your assets right, because nobody's coming to save you, ladies and gentlemen. And that largest prison population is by design as well. The FBI doesn't drop off drugs in Oakland for no reason. You heard FBI dropped off drugs in Oakland, in a minority town. Just like, how many of you know about weapons, crates of weapons being dropped off in the middle of Chi-Town, which is Chicago? Didn't somebody say they're from Chicago around here? You guys know about that? That's right. Everything's not what it appears to be. All right? All right. The way they build in some places, repairs start after 5 years. Wilson Koo, exactly. Oh, hey, if you're talking about in Canada, they're crazy. They use Chinese builders. They're insane. When I was in the Philippines, the high-rises were made by Chinese companies. Unbelievable. Talk about cutting corners. I mean, the places look nice on the outside. You're rising up in the elevator. That looks nice. You get out the elevator. That looks nice. You open the door in the room. Everything looks nice. But then when you start staying there, you're like, wait a minute. This door is a little crooked. The cement's not even really cut right. The toilets are kind of weird. I mean, everything you start realizing is basically, it's like a knockoff. But it's better than what most people in the Philippines have lived in, so they don't care. So it's weird stuff. In the United States, they don't care, but now they pretty much have a 10-year warranty for new home builders. Key militant, first property as an investment or your primary resident. Numbers are totally different for both, from down payment and interest rates to maintenance and net income. Thank you, Victor Marrero. I appreciate it. We're waiting to hear from him, because that is the key right there, whether it's residential or commercial. Hey, Eric, how are you doing? Gino Shimiente's in the house on the Monday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, Eric, how are you doing? Take your profits when you cannot, when you have to. That's right. Take your profits. That's right, Gino Shimiente. Just like I took my profits on Doggy Coin. I sold it around 33 cents, but that's because I bought under 1 cent. And hey, it's risen up to 39. I guess I could have waited, but I'm like, no, I was in thousands of percent. So 1,500, 1,600%. I was like, that's good enough. I don't need to worry about no more. Took profits. Wilson Koo, Melanie Bonitas, Curtis David, Denisha Lyles. Hello, Wilson Koo. showing the SSN Nation love. What's up, Melanie, my Clubhouse friend? Hey, Curtis Davis, are you in Clubhouse? Right on, man. In China, the men's bathroom wasn't open. They started dividers when I was there. Exactly, man. Exactly. It's craziness. The rest of the world doesn't even trip about men, women type of separations. I mean, I'm in downtown. I'm right by the Champs-Élysées in France. Restaurant that is right on the circle. I went downstairs, and they too were like that. Literally, the guy's ass is in the hallway. Women's bathroom, they got to walk by. It was crazy. It's crazy. At a restaurant, but it was downstairs, not upstairs. I was like, this is a trip. And this was like a couple years back, so it's not like they created another bathroom downstairs recently. This is crazy stuff. And it's in China and all over. In Asia, you're lucky if you're going to have running water sometimes, if you're not in a city. Wilson Koo, if you're having a meeting for your company, make an agenda and have people sign the back of it and date it for your files. That way you have proof it was a business meeting, then Savannah and file. There we go. Somebody's giving tax advice. I didn't see anybody asking for the tax advice, so I must have missed it, but that is the answer. Just like when you have a meeting for your company, just like he's saying, and you have the agenda, that's right. You sign and date. That's exactly right. So if anybody comes after you later, anybody, the IRS comes after you later, you have this document, and now you show people were there. You can't remember when it's 2 years later, 3 years later, 4 years later, but you got that piece of paper, then it's like, this is what happened. That's how we do it. And you also have that entry for tax write-off purposes in your journal or however you're doing it, in your QuickBooks, however you're doing it. Exactly right. So if he's answered, whoever he answered, he's exactly right about that. Honestly, I was famous in yeah, you think? Black man in Asia? Yeah, you would be. Most of countryside people never met a black American. People took pics. The people are great. It's the leadership. Exactly. That's literally how all the Asian countries are. Well, there's a few that's not. But generally, in the third world countries, it's crazy. In the Philippines, went on the ATVs on Cebu Island, which basically is damn near all third world. And as soon as we got off the main street, went up into the mountains, got off, there was a basketball court there. All of a sudden, it's like the whole village was down there. They were like wanting to hang out, chit chat, talk, bring food, how long you staying, all kind of crazy stuff. It was out of control. I just took profit on Tesla because it will be going sideways for now. Yeah, you mentioned that, Gino Shimiente, it was going to sideways on Friday, and that's what it looks like now. I took that money and put it in other stocks. Well done. That's how we do it. We take profit, reinvest some or all of it. I reinvested all my doggy coin stuff because I thought the doggy coin was going to be worthless for a long time. Brooklyn Daddy, right? I just left Dominican Republic last week, and I want to invest out there. You know someone I can get in contact with to start buying? Key Militant. You're in the right location. This is Punta Cana, Dominican Republic Central. Campbell, RPT, just bought in Santo Domingo. Victor Marrero bought at Cana Rock in Punta Cana at the Galaxy property. I bought at Vista Cana property and Primavera Residences 2 property in Punta Cana. So yeah, we know a little bit about Punta Cana area and Sosua. So let me know which area you're talking about. But yeah, hit me up at Eric at StopStrugglingNow.com. I'll hook you up with the realtors for Punta Cana area if that's where you're talking about. So, and there's I just did a video, no barriers to entry. Which was it? Part 2. That's the real estate one. I talked about real estate in Miami and real estate in Punta Cana. No credit needed, no qualifying, anywhere from 500 to reserve, and then you generally have to put down 10%. Although at Cana Rock properties, I think you got to put down 20%. But for everybody else, You make a $1,000 deposit normally, and then you have to complete the 10% down. So, give you a perfect example, the 82,000 condo that I bought, I had to put $1,000 down to reserve, and you got to put down 10%. So since I put down the 1,000, I owed 8,200, but then I owed 7,200 after the 1,000. So then I had to wire another 7,200. And by the way, in the last video, I showed receipts. So everybody knows this we ain't doing like these other YouTubers. I showed you the receipt from when I sent the 7,200 in the last video, part 2. All right. But yeah, we know a little bit about it. We can help you out. Gerard, facts. Thank you so much. They put the American people in slavery without even knowing it. Exactly, Gerard. That would be known as the IRS. One way to do it. Wait till Russia goes berserk on eastern Ukraine. Oh, man, Wilson Koo, don't even bring that up. Don't even bring that up. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be the next disaster coming, because Russia is building up their military arsenal on the border of Ukraine, and the United States is so busy with our jacked up situation. Now we're sitting there like, oh my God, we don't even have the money to actually bring our forces over there. Luckily, we actually have forces already there, but how much of this are we going to go help out? Because for some strange reason, America never wants to have a battle with third world country Russia. I still don't understand this. This is just craziness. They act like Russia is like America or China, which they're not. They're more like North Korea. They just so happen to have some nuclear weapons that are freaking 40 years old. These guys don't even have money to do any wars. All they can do is take on countries like Ukraine, who has limited military might, but they can't take on a first world country. They can't take on China. They can't take on USA. They can't take on anybody in Europe. They're all talk. But yet they act like, I don't get it. I don't get it. But then when you don't get something, you know there's something else going on. This is why insurance is so high. Exactly. It's true. Thank you, Brooklyn Daddy. Co-signing Gerard, work, and die. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. That's what it's like in America. That's why now this is the greatest transfer of wealth. This is the greatest time in American history that ordinary citizens can break out. And the government is doing everything in its power to stop from breaking out, because one thing they started doing, they started messing with tech. Who is tech? That's Facebook. That's Instagram. That's YouTube. That's the tech they're talking about, because they're making ordinary citizens rich. Who knew that you could be on TikTok and make millions of dollars? Who knew you can be on Snapchat and make millions of dollars? Who knew you can be on YouTube, make thousands of millions of dollars? All this stuff just came out in the last 10 years, not even 10 years, last 7 years. And now crypto comes out and they're like, wait a minute. Wait, these guys are going to actually be able to do interactions between themselves and leave us out. We got to figure out something. So you guys got to start thinking. All right. You can either be like Gerard saying, work, and then die. But I'm going to tell you right now, there's no substitute, right? I made a video about this before, the motivation. All right. When you're 20 years old, when you're 30 years old, when you're 35, when you're 40, I made it before. I get to break out my suit. I'm Superman. While you're Superman, no kryptonite in sight, you're sitting there having to work. Most of you have to work. So you're already giving up 20 years. From the time you're 18, you're saying, oh, go to school or whatever, get a job. From the time you're 18 to 40, prime time years where you can walk around, when you can jump over buildings in a single bound, go all over the place. Your health is pristine. You're working for somebody else and they're telling you get 1 week off a year or 2 weeks off a year. But hey, we got overtime, mandatory overtime for you. Oh, hey, what about a raise? Oh, no, we can't this year. We had a pandemic. Wait, we had a recession. We can't do them raises. We can't give you bonuses. We got problems. So you're giving up 20, 30 years of your life. You're 50 years old. Now all of a sudden, knees start hurting, back starts aching, can't walk around the same. Now your health is deteriorating. Now that kryptonite is crept in. And now you're sitting there wishing like, oh my God, man, what happened? And then you can't retire. because they moved back the retirement age to everybody about now, 67. What does that look like? So you're supposed to work for 30 years, 40 years, and then they're going to give you checks, or you're going to retire. Yeah, okay, you might have $1 million in the bank. You might have 1.5, whatever. But I'm going to tell you right now, if you were 20, 25, 30, and 35, when you're Superman and Superwoman, and you were able to do whatever you wanted, when you wanted, how you wanted, then your life may be different. You may have a different outlook on life. You may be saying, hey, man, I did all this crazy stuff that most people couldn't do. I'm kind of good. You wouldn't be thinking, oh, I got to get out of this job and I'm going to retire. But you don't know if something's going to happen to you. Every day's a risk. You don't know. There's toxic chemicals in the water, toxic chemicals in the food. You don't think this cancer thing's going away anytime soon, do you? They're basically poisoning the people, just like a third world country does. You have fertilizer. You have stuff in the soil. You have stuff that they're feeding the animals. It's all tainted food. So what do? You got to try and take care of yourself. And that costs extra money in America now. All right? When you're trying to get organics, or if you're trying to use tofu or plant-based foods, they're all like, hold up a minute. We can't have people living till you're 90 years old. We don't have enough Social Security money. We stole it. We stole a half of it already. Just like we're not going to pay back the debt, they're not going to pay back the Social Security fund. Same thing. You guys got to start waking up. Nobody's coming to save your behinds. You're going to have to save yourself. That's why I do all the videos that I do, how to make money from scratch, how to not have to qualify for loans, not have to deal with credit. You can still buy real estate. That's why the video came up within Miami, within Punta Cana, within Mexico. We can buy pre-construction with no credit check, no qualifying. We just need revenue. So get on the revenue train. And I'm just going to keep going with the stories at this point. If this keeps up, unbanking, you mean OCs can buy back financial future or life. Keep your assets more than liabilities. Exactly. America, they got the commercials on everywhere, right? Buy this, buy that, buy this, buy that. And then they got you messing around in your head with the Joneses. Oh, man, the whole neighborhood got new cars. I guess I better get one. I feel some sort of way because I don't have one and they got one and they're laughing at me. Come on, stop that. Stop playing with the mind games. Nobody's better than anybody. It ain't about the price you're paying for something. And just like I'll always say, it's how you treat other people. That's what really counts. So I don't really care you make $10 million. I don't really care how much money you make. All right? That's not the point. The point is, are you respecting your fellow human beings? That's the point. And anybody who's not respecting their fellow human beings, you ain't jack crap to me. I don't really care what kind of car you drive, what clothes you wear, what your bank account says. All right? Too bad more people in America and around the world don't think this way. They think because a person has fancy cars, houses, clothing, whatever, jewelry and all that, they're like, oh yeah, he's cool. He must be the man. No. That's not the cool part. The cool part is when they come out there and they're trying to reach at you and say, hey, come here, young man. Come here, young lady. Let me try and help you. Let me give you some game. Talk to me then. I don't really care how much the dude makes. All right? Or the woman. Doesn't matter. Just don't be a jerk in life. All right. Oh, by the way, speaking of that, one of the kindest people, you guys might have seen that little cameo. I got to roll it in a video one of these days. I might even do it on the next live. Did a cameo by Adrienne Bankert, who was seen on Good Morning America occasionally. Yesterday, I got to congratulate her. She got a new job. She's an anchor in Chi-Town now. I don't know what station, but in Chicago, she took an anchor position in Chi-Town. So that's where she's going to be on TV now, I guess, every night. So for 5 nights a week. So congratulations to her. And I got to thank her again for doing that cameo for me. There is no excuse. Zoom. This is no excuse zone. Exactly, Melanie Bonita. The no excuse, no fear, no guru zone. We don't have a course to sell around here, ladies and gentlemen. If you need help, ask the question in the comment section. in the live chat section. We keep the live chat rolling during the replay so people can see some of the questions and some of the answers that are being met, because we're trying to help people around here. This ain't about me grabbing money when I know 70% of the people don't even have $1,000 in the bank account. What do I look like sitting here trying to charge you for a course that's going to cost you $495? Knowing full well that's the last bit of your money potentially for 60% of the population. And then knowing full well that the information in the book is freely available online. Nothing's new here under the sun. All right? Now, how much has Yellen hid in crypto for herself under a holding company? Exactly, Wilson Koo. You know it. That's how they do it. They give you FUD for 10, 12 years, and all these guys have been buying this stuff the whole time. Gerard, it's so true. Exactly, my man. Key Militant, where did you go in the Dominican Republic? Yeah, I don't know where Key Militant is. He's not answering any of these high-interest questions. Everybody wants to know, or I haven't gotten down to him yet. That's what it is. I got to speed this up without my little government talk. Hello, Curtis Davis. Here's Key Militant. Are you into the car rental business? If you are, how can I start? And also things I need to take in consideration. Key Militant, are you going to keep going down this list? No, unfortunately, I'm not in the car rental business, for starters. And I know a lot of people who use Turo and they claim that they're doing fine. But for me, I would never do that because there's lots of people who take other people's cars just so they can jack them up on Turo. Car rental business, that's a whole nother thing in itself. I wouldn't recommend doing that. You have high insurance premiums, high risk from renting cars out, dings, maintenance, upkeep. You need a place to house your vehicles. That's overhead. That's just opening up a can of worms, in my opinion. All right. So that's why you rarely see any mom and pop type of rental agencies. You'll see exotic car rental agencies because they can charge people $11, $12, $13, $1,400 per day. That offsets most of the engine problems or anything other maintenance issues that come up. And but for ordinary cars, I wouldn't do it, quite frankly. High risk. Brooklyn Daddy. Hey, Miss Melanie, Tanisha Lyles. The four most dangerous words in investing are, it's different this time. Exactly, Gino Shimienti. It's not different, that's for sure. The same stuff always goes around. Victor, all on sale stocks, shakes out weak hands. Exactly. It's exactly what's happening. I just reached 11 stream of income to catch up to 23. I will get there. You watch. Gino Shimienti has taken on the challenge as well. That's right. I'm glad to hear it. Now, with Gino Shimienti's 11, now me, Victor Marrero, Curtis Davis, Campbell RPT, now we've caught her all combined. Oh, everything was flat on day. Neo popped 2%, X up 2%. Also, DHT moved. Yeah, DHT disappointment. Stock Fro up 5%. Fro's a disappointment. No dividends from them. DHT reduced their dividends, unfortunately. Brooklyn Daddy, amen. Thank you. You can find that in King James 11. Exactly. That's what we're talking about here. Tanisha Lyles, hello. James Way, yep. I smashed the like button. Oh, that's right. Hour and 45 minutes in. Thank you for reminding me, Melanie Bonita. Please smash that like button. And if you like what we talk about, please subscribe to the channel. That would help out the YouTube algorithms, both of those. All right. Some of the construction of the Middle East are using Indian and Pakistani labor with poor quality control. Woo! Wilson Koo, stop bringing up the madness, man. Woo! Man. Yeah. Man. I don't... All right. This is bad stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. How do we make Dubai? How do we make these countries in the middle of the desert so easily? Here's how you do it. You go to Pakistan. You go to India. Third world, well, they're second world. I mean, they're like worse than third world countries. But you go to those countries. You tell the people that we're going to pay you $1,000 a month to come work for us. But here's what we need from you. You need to give us your passport. You need to give us your stuff because we don't want you leaving from our location. You get there to Dubai. You get there to American Emirates, right? UAE. You get over there and you find out, oh, we're only going to pay you $500. You're going to live in these tents over here in the bunk beds with these other guys. We only have a wash house over here for like 2 people at a time. We expect you to work 14 hours a day. And you want to go home? I'm sorry. You signed on. We're keeping your passport. We're keeping your papers. That's what they're doing in the Middle East. It's a form of slavery. Then they're taking people out of Africa and doing old school slavery where they're actually selling the person to who they're supposed to work for. It's going down, ladies and gentlemen. That's how the world is. All right? We're very fortunate to be on this side of the world. Torrance Arnold, welcome to the Monday Night live stream. I am from Northeast Chicago. My South Side people tell me that trains just happen to stop for 2 days with guns and other stuff 3 to 4 times a year. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys know I bring you the real. Y'all didn't know I know about Chi-Town. Y'all don't know I get around. I used to be somebody. So, yeah, man, this is no shocker. No shocker. People have been in Chi-Town, have told me they've happened upon crates of weapons. I mean, this is no surprise. This is the actual true story, but nobody believes it. Because everybody goes Chi-Town, murder. Well, they're not even number 1 in murder capital of the world. We got to go to St. Louis for that. But Chi-Town is everybody's dying, but there's a reason. They have actual gun control, but it isn't gun control when you're dropping off crates of guns all over the frickin' city, mainly in Southside. Exactly, Torrance Arnold. He knows what I'm talking about. They're all true. All this stuff is true. What up, Wilson Koo? Wilson is my maiden name. Right on. Buy Safe Moon now. Thank you. 300 is in the house. Welcome to the Monday Night live stream. And thank you so much, Torrance Arnold, for being here on the Monday Night live stream. Exactly. Confirming the situation. It's actually worse. He just gave you the worst, where they're actually transporting via the train. They're just dropping stuff. And everybody's like, oh, they go across counties, the state lines and go to the other states where they have, lesser laws. I'm like, no, they're being dropped off. What the frick? You don't think people already have a problem with finances. You don't really think they're driving 300 miles across state lines to go and try to buy a weapon with money? Let's get real. Come on. Thank you, 300 has said, buy Safe Moon now. So far, ladies and gentlemen, he's been talking about credit. He's been right. And now he's telling me about crypto. Could he be right about crypto? It doesn't matter. Let's go check it out. Let's go see. Safe Moon, isn't that like a few cents right now? Safe Moon crypto price. Isn't that only a few cents? Anybody can afford? Safe Moon. Okay, I don't know the price. Oh, wait, here we go. Let's see what Safe Moon. Yeah, see, this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 600,000, 0.600,000. All right, and it's already doubled. So that means this was 0.000, and that was 388 yesterday. All right, $20 for me. $40 for me, except let me know where we can buy it from. That's the problem as American citizens in the land of the free. We can't buy this crypto. Let me know where we can buy Safe Moon. Where can we buy Safe Moon at? That's what I want to know. I'm going to be buying my Airbnb in Punta Cana in July too. Oh, no, man. She's going to have 24 now. Damn. All right. Well, that's glad to hear it. Melanie Bonita, welcome to the Punta Cana DR team. Right on. SSN Nation's going to take over DR. Exactly. We're already in the house. Do any of these properties come furnished? Yes, they do. Average cost for furnishing in DR. I don't know the average cost because I haven't furnished yet, but all of Canna Rock, where Victor Marrero owns, it's all finished up, all furnished. Couches, beds, and all that, apparently. That's the Canna Rock. At the new property that I just did, which is called the Palms at White Sands, in today's video that I dropped, that is fully furnished as well. Ziba at Vista Cana on the golf course, that's also fully furnished as well. They're starting to do fully furnished versus only doing the kitchen now. On my deals, I only have them doing the kitchen on my Punta Cana Gardens and Simon's Residences. They're only doing the kitchen, appliances, and AC. They're not doing the couch, the love seat. Miami, at Nativo, Miami, fully furnished. Kitchen, beds, sofas, everything's furnished. So, yeah, DR, Miami, they have everything furnished properties now. So no problem there. Most definitely want to do business with you. You are my favorite mentor. The last time I talked to you, I was 17. Key Militant is now 18. He's official. I'm investing in crypto. I opened by bank accounts and I focused on income. There you go, Key Militant. All right. I like to hear that, man, because that's the way of the world. If you have income coming in, the younger you are, you now get to write your own future. Because if you can limit your debt and you have income coming in and you can build on top of that, man, you'll knock it out of the park. And since you're already investing in crypto and getting income coming in, you're already ahead of your contemporaries. That's for sure. I'm definitely going to buy primaries that soft pull my credit report and focus on income so they can recommend me credit. Exactly. Right on, Key Militant. You have been ultimately listening. Thank you so much. And by the way, I love to hear that you're doing it, man. Instead of just sitting back and absorbing, you're actually doing it, putting it to work, putting the knowledge to work. Right on, man. You're going to have a very nice journey in life this way. Thank you, 300. Where can you buy Safe Moon? Exactly, Moses Tillman. That's what we always want to know. That part right there. No raise. We're in a pandemic. Exactly. Not going to happen. I've heard that since recently. No raise, no bonus. Exactly. You're telling the truth. I spent way too many years working for others. That's why I have to keep adding more streams on income. Exactly. Better be safe than sorry. I'm not mad at you one bit about that. The safest way to double your money is to fold it over and put it in your pocket. That's funny. I think some primaries are putting people at high risk. Do you know what that means? Yeah. Also, Biden wants to shut down the credit bureaus. Yeah. He wants to change the credit bureaus into the government credit bureau. Like that's going to be better for some people. Yeah, right. The government doesn't run anything right. Primaries putting people at high risk. Do you know what that means? Not really. I mean, I kind of know what it means. I shouldn't say not really. I know what they're referring to. They're referring to if you have some certain credit items on your credit report. Them out credit cards, they go by your credit score. Now, when you start moving into, which you're not going to be in anytime soon, a home scenario, that's when underwriters and lenders start looking at, hey, what kind of credit does he really have? They scrutinize a little bit more. When you're into financing field, they scrutinize a little bit more when you're trying to borrow hefty sums of money. But for the little stuff, you got a 740 credit score, you'll get credit cards. It's no big deal. Tanisha, I am familiar with Canna Rock. Yes, the Universe Project comes fully furnished, turnkey. For Galaxy Project, you will need to buy furniture. I am budgeting for $25K for my 2-bedroom. Yeah, that's a good budget. I would say so because there's no. I was over there looking for places to buy the furnishings, and unfortunately, everybody was like, "We got to go to Santo Domingo." I was like, "Oh, that's not good. That's not good." So Victor Marrero, what I'm doing is I'm trying to get the developer to give me some of their extra furniture of the other places already. That's what I'm trying to do. Victor Marrero, thank you for responding Friday that ballpark estimate for me. I need turnkey investment. Yeah, Tanisha Lyles, there are turnkey. Like I said, he just mentioned it. The Universe, Econo turnkey. Then I didn't know if Galaxy did, but Econo fully furnished. The Zeba at Vistacana, fully furnished. The Palms at White Sands, fully furnished. Central Park downtown, fully furnished. There's plenty of properties now becoming fully furnished within Dominican Republic. So I gave you 4 of them right there. And so, and in Econo they have like 6 other properties. So maybe Universe also does it, but there might be some of their other properties might be fully furnished as well. So you can still do it. It's not like it's not available. The more you lift others, the more you are lifted. Exactly, Wilson Koo. Zig Ziglar once said that if you help others get what they need, they will help you get yours. Exactly. That's what it's all about. How can we get funds to invest in these properties you're talking about with no cash or credit? Okay, Jimmy, self-made boss, welcome to the Monday Night live stream. All right, nobody's talking about no cash. All right, there is no such thing as no cash when it comes to real estate. Let's just put it straight. You're always going to need some cash, whether it's other people's money or your money. You need cash in real estate. Now, what we're talking about is you don't need credit, but you will need 10% down payment. You got to put down $1,000 to reserve, and then in the next 30 days, you got to come up with the other 9% or 10%. But the point I'm trying to make is, yeah, the no cash thing, that's not a thing. I mean, there's ways to do no cash out of your pocket, but there's no way to buy no cash, period. So Google the channel, look for the hotel video. I think it was a live stream, though. I had my boy Willie on, and he did a no cash deal, but what he meant by no cash was he got 2 investors to put up to $1.25 million. And he bought a $4.5 or $4.9 million hotel. But he still needed somebody to put the money down. There's just no way you can do this zero down stuff. All right? So this is 2021. So don't listen to the gurus. They always say you can do no money down, no credit. That's not going to be generally possible. You can get away with no credit. You're just going to have some funds from somewhere. All right? Got to check out Chi-Town News. Competitive roles, anchors. Competitive roles, anchors. Actors? Yeah. Anchors. It must be anchors. Yeah. Competitive anchors. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Well, she's going to be on tomorrow. Adrian Banker, Sacktown. Sacktown woman. Curtis Davis, what's up, Wilson Koo? I went to Sosua also, and I also went to Puerto Plata. Oh, man, Key Militant was over in Sosua. Did you go to Cabarete? Did you go check out that Ocean Villa Suites? That was already by the way, Tanisha Lyles, Ocean Village over in Cabarete, which is by Sosua, those come furnished as well. And it's on the water. Gated, nice and all. Awesome, Gino Shimiente. Congratulations. Exactly. Just wait for Sandstorm, and you can build another city over top of the last city in the desert. The Burj Khalifa is leaning slightly every year. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Sinking. Like the Leaning Tower of Pizza. It's going down. All good at Curtis Davis. 7 streams of dreams income. Trust wallet via Pancake Swap. Okay, so that's how we can get what was that one? I didn't even write it down. You guys got to remind me on that one. That was the Safe Moon. Safe Moon. So we got to do Trust Wallet and Pancake Swap. Jeez. Man, crypto definitely not getting easier. All right. Gold stock. What's your thoughts? All business, nothing personal with the icon next to his name. Welcome to the Monday Night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. We're up to 2 hours on Monday night. Smash that like button. And if you like what we talk about, please subscribe to the channel. ALLXF. Gold stock. What's there not to like? I like it. I like it. In fact, that was my boy Yankee Stacking was talking about this today. It's a mining company. So yeah, you guys know I like mining companies. They don't give a dividend though. That's the only problem. So what can I say? I don't, and it's $1.88, so it's worth a risk. Let's check out what's happened over the year. Well, it just generally stays flat. There's nothing happening. Just stays around this number. It had a 52-week high of 960, but that was in the middle of June for some strange reason. So that's over-the-counter stock as well. So why deal with that when I know I get dividends with this? ERD. We get 7.3% on our money. It's just South America. That's all. Recovery of metals, South America. I get 7.3% on my money. That has to do with gold. And then we got other stuff too, like this. AUY. 2.22%. And they do gold, silver, copper mines in Canada as well, just like them. Well, no, the ALLXF, they're in Colombia, South America, but they have mines there. They have mines in Canada too, but 2.22% on my money. So if I'm going to be doing something, I want a little dividends. If I'm going to use ALLXF, then I might as well just actually go buy me some gold because I don't earn anything on it. That's all I'm saying. So, but no, it's just a hold, just like if you're holding a gold bar. There's no dividend coming in. So, I don't know. Safe Moon. Okay, that's good. So you clarified. So we got to do this Trust Wallet. Let me write this down. Trust Wallet to Pancake Swap. Jesus. That means we're going to have money siphoned off all along the way. All right. That's how it is, I guess. Are we investing in doggy, beer? Any thoughts, family? $20K. They're paying for your dog to taste testers, Bush beer. I don't know anything about this. I don't know anything about this. So I'm going to have to roll this over till Monday. You're telling me doggies come up with some sort of promotion? Oh, look. Is this a joke? Bush Beer wants to hire taste tester for dog brew. Huh. Wants to pay your dog $20,000. That's unbelievable. Okay, cool. China is endorsing BTC investment. That should bring more funk to the U.S. That's true. I'm shocked by that endorsement. Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who does it pays it. Gino Scimiente, words of wisdom. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, you got to get your free $10 worth of Coinbase after 2 hours. I finally mentioned it down below in the description. And sign up with Celsius down below in the description because you earn interest daily on your crypto at Celsius Network. Daily interest from Celsius Network just for holding your money at Celsius Network. Whether it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, well, they don't have Polkadot yet. It could be Aave. It could be a bunch. They have like 20 or 30 coins. USD, stable coins, DAI, things like that. So down below in the description, there's links for free shares of stock with Robinhood and Webull. Get your free stock down below. There's links there. Credit Karma started checking account. Yeah, exactly. Knew that was coming after they got bought out. You can buy Safe Moon on Bitmart. You need a VPN. Geronimo Davidson, thank you so much for being here on the Monday Night Live. Thank you for that. I didn't know Bitmart VPN. Gino, agree. Compound interest, but it takes 2 to 3 years to see the benefit. Hey, you see it for a lifetime if you're getting it for the lifetime. So it compounds. Just keep letting it compound. That's what they like about dividend funds. They dropped off guns in South Central LA in the 80s. That's right. That's how the gangsters went from revolvers to automatic machine pistols. Exactly, Diesel Mike. That's exactly right. But I get a whole crate of them being one of the top 10 percenters running on their boats. They get 5 years. But a guy holding a weapon, he's getting 15 to 20. And they're counting the bullets, by the way. I think you can get Safe Moon at Whitebit. Not sure. Lawrence Holloway, thank you so much for that. For all the help with the crypto. How to know what real estate to invest in DR without being there. None of it's built. Most of the pre-construction ones aren't built. It's still just land. So it's a leap of faith, so to speak. You can actually see the renderings. You can see where it is on the property. You know what you're buying, and that's how people are buying them. And they're selling out like hotcakes. So it's one of those things. You're taking a risk. You're believing what the paperwork says. You're believing what your lawyer says. It's good to go. Which is Johan, by the way. Mr. Johan Confidante is the lawyer that I have, and apparently a whole bunch of other people do too. There's so many good videos in archive about real estate or stocks or crypto. Just 2 years of gems by Eric. Thank you so much, Curtis Davis. Yeah, you guys, all you have to do is look. I got Punta Cana. I was there, but I can't show you anything because all it is land. There was only some buildings that were built or models that were built, like at the towers at Vista Cana. They built a model for their 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 1.5 bath units. But for the most part, you don't have the luxury of unless, and you can't do no credit, no qualifying unless it's pre-construction. If it's already built, then you're going to have to either come up with the full amount or you're going to have to figure out some financing. Everyone get a VPN, then download the Bitmart app. There you can buy SafeMoon. Moses Tillman also chiming in. Thank you so much for that. $20 could get you $1 million. Exactly. That's exactly what it looked like. It was 100,000 right now, I think, or the 1 million mark. So all it has to do is get to $1. And for every person that put in $1, you're going to have $1 million. So there you have it. Trust Wallets is giving Americans a headache to buy SafeMoon. What? This is insane. We don't live in a free world, apparently. Well, we got to figure out how to get some SafeMoon, especially at this 0.0000. There's 6 zeros, for Christ's sakes. This is craziness. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's 2 hours. We normally cut off Monday Night Lives at 1 hour and something. So I want to thank everybody for being here. We're going to have to wrap this up tonight. But thank you so much for the gems, everybody. I appreciate you being here. Punta Cana pre-construction. Eric dropping all the gems tonight. Wow. Tim Smith, welcome to the Monday Night Live stream. Thank you so much for being here. And Tim Smith, I just dropped a video today about real estate, no barriers to entry, and I included some Punta Cana properties. And I also included Nativo, Miami, which also is zero, no credit, no qualifying, because they're in pre-construction as well, and it's fully furnished. Downtown Miami, right in front of the Freedom Tower. Unbelievable. Walking distance, less than 100 yards to the American Airlines Arena, less than 100 yards to Bay Shore Park. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. All right, let's see what else we got. That's right, Punta Cana. And I have other videos on Punta Cana too, but the Simon Residences is sold out. And the Ziba at the golf course in Vista Cana, there's only like 8 units left that's by the golf course. That's it. They got a ton of villas left, which aren't by the golf course. But all the condos by the golf course, there's only like 8 units left, by the way. And the units started, they have some at 86,000, I think, but that was on top, second floor, so that means you have a terrace. So then it goes up from there. Safe Moon. Exactly. Oh, love to you guys. Thank you, Geronimo Davidson. Thank you so much for being here on the Monday Night Live. Remember, everybody, we do have the Wednesday Night Live, but only the people with the icon next to the name will be able to chat. Everybody else can be bystander and watch what we're talking about. All right? So if you want an icon next to your name, then you have to join to get into the Wednesday night chat on the live for Wednesday night. What about insurance on your real estate invest in DR? We have insurance. We'll have insurance, no problem. Third world country, no worries. What about it? It's not going to cost that much. I wonder if the wheat stocks will spike tomorrow, 420. They probably will because of the 420. I wouldn't be surprised with that. That's kind of funny. Thanks, Eric. Thank you, Mr. Financial, for some more gems tonight. I want to thank everybody else. Thank you for that Safe Moon. Geronimo Davison, Trust Wallets, Safe Moon. Thank you, 300, for mentioning Safe Moon. Lawrence Holloway, thank you for that white bit, in case people can do the white bit. I want to thank everybody for mentioning everything to help out other people. That's what we're trying to do here, because we're trying to help millions of other people. A lot of people have the misconceptions that you can't do something because that's what you've been told your whole life. They're like, no, you can't buy real estate. You got to have credit. You got to go to college. You got to do all this stuff, when in fact, you had to do none of that stuff. If they would have just told us all in school, hey, you know what? Just get yourself about 5 streams of income, and then you'll be able to buy anything you want. And by the way, get a few credit cards when you're 18. Don't spend them. Don't do anything so your credit score can get to be 740 and higher, because then you'll be able to get credit cards at almost 0% interest for 18 months or 12 months. And you might be able to use, $60, $80, $100,000 to go buy property and assets and rent them out. If they would come talk like that, everybody would be so much further along by the time they're 25, instead of telling people to go to school and get in debt for $100,000. And then they can't get a job and have no way to take care of themselves because they weren't taught streams of income. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got to wrap it up. So all I can say is thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you will get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here. That's why we bring you the real, every live stream, every video. We tell you like it is. No matter if you don't like it, we tell you like it is. So right now, the video for tonight and all of 2021, get your assets, diversify your holdings, make sure you have streams of income, and do wash, rinse, and repeat, and keep doing it all of 2021. You're going to need it. And with all that said, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.